Good afternoon. I call this meeting to order. It is 2 o'clock on June 8th. And Mr. Pepe Chue, if you could lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. Okay, so now item 1, letter C, adoption of the agenda. Superintendent Canto.
Yes, ma'am. I recommend adoption of the agenda as presented to you today.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
So move. Second.
Okay, I have a motion and I have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed signify by saying nay. The ayes have it and the agenda has been adopted. Item number 2, approval of study session and governing board minutes of May 11th, 2026. Superintendent Canto.
Yes, ma'am. Recommend approval of both the minutes for the study session and the regular meeting of May 11th.
I'll entertain a motion.
So move. Second.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any discussion? None. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed signify by saying nay. The ayes have it, and the minutes, the governing board minutes have been approved. Item number 3, governing board superintendent information. Superintendent Canto.
Yes, ma'am. I'll keep mine short today. I have 2 items. One update I'll just provide to you is that I was invited to participate. The State Board of Education is reconvening their chronic absenteeism data work group. That'll happen in July. I was part of that group in the past, so I have accepted the invitation. They're looking to make a current data dashboard. Right now, everything they have is looking backward that they have working with Read on Arizona. So I'm really excited about the idea that they'll be able to have a current data dashboard to be able to help us examine our data. So I'll look forward to participating in that. And then I want to give a congratulations to NHS teacher Ravi Chanyal. He has been recognized by ASU and Helios as part of their ASU Impact Corps. We've had a couple of teachers in the past recognized by this group, so this is very exciting. So what it is they look at using the Helios Data Decision-Making Center. They look at the data for all the students that are enrolled in the 3 state universities, and particularly they're examining data from those that are involved in biology, chemistry, computer science, engineering, English, math, and physics classes. And they examine the students' pass rates for their 1 and 200 level courses, and the fact that they are indeed earning an A and B in those courses. And then they drill down to look at the teachers that they had in high school, what high schools they came from, and which teachers they had at those high schools for those courses. And so once they've identified that, then they identify a cohort group for their ASU Impact Corps for training and to recognize them. And Ravi was one of those teachers that was recognized, or will be recognized, in July. So he'll receive a couple of days of free training that they'll provide for that cohort group there, and then they'll have a celebration where he'll formally receive the award. And Ms. Bonias and I will go along with Ms. Travers to celebrate his success and his recognition at that time. So I just wanted to make sure we congratulate him for being recognized across the state. That was amazing.
Well, thank you, Superintendent Canto. Congratulations. And now, item B, governing board report. Mr. Lopez.
Hey, good afternoon, everyone. It's good to be here. Happy summer. Just got back from the ASBA Summer Leadership Institute, where much of the board was there, learning and grooving, celebrating too, because there's a different feel to sort of ASBA just from the past, and you know, I think all of you have heard some of that, but it looks really good. And yeah, happy summer. That's all for me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez. Mr. Rojas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Well, I echo the same sentiments and report that Mr. Lopez gave. I attended the ASBA conference as well in Flagstaff, as well as you, Madam Chair. And it was very informative. I just heard from a lot of the members how happy they were with the program. It's nice to go to these conferences and that we're being well informed and kept up to date. As it's great seeing a lot of the people throughout the state. It was just a very, very positive. We all attended different things, different sessions. I saw that. We're basically networking with a lot of the people in the state, and it's nice that they see our board participating in all the activities. They go out of their way to make things good for us as well. I also attended the graduation. I believe everyone was there. I heard a lot of comments, stayed around this year a little bit longer to congratulate the parents and the graduates. And everyone was real happy with the outcome. I know that there was construction there as well in the field, but no problems. Everybody cooperated, everybody knew what was going on. Superintendent, you did a great job. Of course, Renee Travers and her staff did a fantastic job as well. And it's nice to have these huge traditional events and have them be as successful as they were. I still get goosebumps when they start coming down. It's beautiful. And that will conclude my report, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Mr. Rojas. In my reports, I was also there at the Flagstaff Conference. Traffic was a bit crazy, but I survived. And I also attended the different sections of the conference, very interesting and very informative as well on the upcomings of education. And I also attended the ceremonies, and they were all beautiful. Our students behaved well. And thank you to the teachers, students, and the staff who prepared them. Thank you very much. And thank you as well, Superintendent Canto. Okay, call to the public. Ms. Ainsa, do we have any? Okay, seeing that we have none, we'll move on. Item number 5, consent agenda items. Superintendent Canto.
Yes, ma'am. Recommend approval of items A through DD on the consent agenda as presented to you in your packet.
I'll entertain a motion.
Madam Chair, I'll move for approval.
We have a motion and we have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed signify by saying nay. Any discussions? Consent agenda items have been approved. Okay, item number 6, executive session. Pursuant to ARS 15-34211 and ARS 38-431.02A2, the governing board may vote to call for an executive session to consider a request for review of a decision to promote or retain a student, and to consider student records that are exempt by law from public inspection in connection with the promotion or retention of these students. I'll entertain a motion.
I move to go into executive session.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed signify by saying nay. And the ayes have it. We will convene into executive session.
Okay.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn the executive session. Do I hear a second?
Second?
All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Any opposed signify by saying nay. The executive session is adjourned at 2:53. We are now back in public open session. Okay, so item number 8, information and discussion items. Letter A, presentation of FY 2027 proposed budget. Superintendent Canto?
Yes, ma'am. At this time, I'll ask our finance director, Ms. Sandra Lisette Jimenez, to come forward. And as we've discussed, we're ending one budget year. And now we are starting our second. So you had a presentation, kind of an update of the current fiscal year budget in May. And now this is our first presentation of our budget for the following FY 27 fiscal year. So at this time, I'll introduce Ms. Jimenez to give her presentation.
Thank you. Good afternoon, Board Clerk Munoz-Cano, Governing Board members, Superintendent Canto, Assistant Superintendent Bonillas, and members of the audience. Thank you for the opportunity to present the proposed expenditure budget for fiscal year 2027. The Arizona Auditor General's Office, in collaboration with AD, released the 2027 preliminary school district annual expenditure forms on May 22nd. In compliance with ARAS 15-901. However, the legislature has not approved a state budget, and we, since the slide, have updated some, our forms have some updated statutorily required changes, such as the 2% per pupil increase, the increase to the classroom site fund allocation, and the QTR. However, other budget factors would still be pending. Arizona school district budgets are divided into several fund categories, each with a specific purpose and spending authority. The largest is, as you know, it's our Maintenance and Operations Fund, which supports daily district operations. The remaining funds provide dedicated resources for classroom support, capital needs, grant fund programs, instructional improvement, and other district services. Together, these funds comprise the district's annual expenditure budget. As mentioned, the M&O Fund is the district's primary fund and supports these day-to-day functions of our schools, including salaries and benefits, utilities, maintenance, and other operational expenses. For FY 2027, the proposed M&O budget totals $55,769,866. The largest funding source is the revenue control limit, which represents the state's funding formula. The budget also includes voter-approved override funding and an estimated budget balance carry forward. It is important to note that the proposed budget includes an estimated carry forward of approximately $15 million. We anticipate that that amount will increase by $7 million by the time we could close the FY 26 AFR, the annual financial report. This slide compares the FY 26 revised budget limit to the proposed FY 27 budget limit. At first glance, the proposed budget reflects a decrease of approximately $7.5 million. However, the decrease is primarily attributable to the estimated budget balance carry forward included in the proposed FY 27 budget. The Classroom Site Fund supports teacher compensation primarily. For FY 2027, the district's projected budget limit is approximately $8.8 million, an increase of $487,000 compared to fiscal 26, and it's primarily to the increased state funding and projected carry forward balances. Now for Capital Fund. The District Additional Assistance, the DAA Fund, serves as the district's primary capital fund and supports investments that help maintain safe and effective modern learning environments. These resources are used for items such as technology, vehicles, equipment, instructional materials, facility improvements, and other capital-related needs. For FY 2027, the projected budget limit is approximately 17.4 million, representing an increase of approximately 424,000 over the fiscal 26. This increase is primarily attributable to the projected state funding and available carry forward balances. The bond building fund accounts for voter-approved bond proceeds that are restricted to capital projects, including facility improvements, renovations, and construction projects. The FY 26 amount is currently being spent in its totality with the completion of several important projects. The proposed FY 2027 budget of 6.5 million reflects the projects currently anticipated for the upcoming fiscal year, and after the second half of the bonds are sold. Bond expenditures can fluctuate significantly from year to year depending on the project schedules, construction timelines, and availability of the bond proceeds. Federal and state grants provide targeted funding for specific programs and services that support student achievement, intervention programs, special education, career and technical education, and other instructional initiatives. The proposed 2027 grant budget is approximately 7 million, compared to the 8.3 million in FY 2026. The decrease of 1.4 million reflects current grant award projections only. Additional grant awards are received throughout the year, and therefore we look forward to an increased amount in FY 2027. This is from page 6. This slide shows a comparison between the FY 26 and FY 27 funds. It is important to note that these represent preliminary allocations and may be adjusted as final grant awards are released. Some of them are tied to our student enrollment, and if there's a student enrollment decline, you will see that amount will decrease as well. This is also from page 6, and these are the state funds. So the same as what I mentioned for the federal funds applies here. Also from page 6, instructional improvement. This supports initiatives that enhance student achievement and instructional quality. These funds may be used for teacher compensation, class reduction, dropout prevention efforts, and instructional improvement programs. The proposed FY 27 amount is approximately 202,000. So it's a stable projected revenue for continued support for these educational priorities. This slide provides a summary of the district's other funds. Many of these funds remain relatively stable from the prior year and are used for specific purposes. For example, our food service, our student activities, which accounts for student-generated revenues. Together, these funds help ensure the district can maintain specialized programs, facilities, and services while preserving resources within the general operating budget. This category of other funds includes the district's other special revenue and internal service funds, each which serve a specific purpose as prescribed by the Uniform System of Financial Records. Unlike some of the previously discussed funds, these funds are generally controlled by available cash and restricted revenues rather than statutory budgetary limits. The proposed FY 27 budget is approximately 17.3 million, representing a modest increase of 116,000 from the FY 26 revised budget and reflecting the district's anticipated operational and programmatic needs. And at this time, I would be happy to answer any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Jimenez. Again, wonderful presentation, very detailed.
Thank you.
And do the board members have any questions?
I have none, Madam Chair.
All right. Thank you, Mrs. Jimenez, for the presentation.
Thank you so much.
Now we have item 8, letter B, FY 26 food service presentation. Superintendent Canto.
Yes, ma'am. As we typically do, this time of year, we provide just an update for you about the food service program for the last year so that you understand more about how it's operated and served our students. So I think Ms. Nadia Miranda will be assisting with this part of the presentation. And so I will turn things over to these ladies.
Good afternoon, Superintendent Ms. Canto, governing board members, and district leadership. As mentioned, my name is Nadia Miranda, and I'm the General Manager for Sodexo here at Nogales Unified School District. With me this afternoon, we have our management team, Ms. Michelle Quesada, our food service manager, and our executive chef, Luis Nido. We'd like to thank you for allowing us the opportunity to provide this update on the food service department and the many initiatives our team has worked on throughout the school year. This afternoon, we'll be sharing participation trends, highlights of some of our special events, provide an update on our summer feeding program, and recognize an important member of our food service family. To begin, I'd like to review our meal participation numbers for the year. This includes summer meals as well. While we did experience some light decrease in breakfast and lunch participation compared to the previous year, we saw significant growth in our supper program. Breakfast participation totaled over 425,000 meals, while lunch participation exceeded 640,000 meals. Most notably, dinner participation did increase from approximately 116,000 meals to nearly 170 meals, representing an increase of over 46%. Overall, our department served more than 1.2 million meals during the year, demonstrating our continued commitment to ensure students have access to nutritious meals throughout the day. In addition to monitoring participation, we do continue to focus on listening to our students. Throughout the school year, we hold monthly food service meetings where students share feedback on menu offerings, favorite meals, and areas where they would like to see improvement. This feedback is invaluable as it allows us to adjust menus, introduce new concepts, and revisit recipes that may need refinement to better meet student preferences while continuing to maintain nutritional standards. By giving students a voice in the menu development process, we're able to create a dining experience that is both nutritious and appealing, which ultimately helps drive participation and student satisfaction. In addition to our daily meal service, our team focused on creating meaningful experiences that connect students with food, nutrition, and culinary education. With that being said, one of our favorite events this year was our partnership with the Nogales High School Culinary Arts Program. Students worked alongside our culinary team and our executive chef to help prepare and serve meals during outdoor grill events. These experiences not only provide students with hand-on experience for food preparation, customer service, and culinary operations, while also creating an excitement around school meals. The collaboration also strengthens the connection between the classroom learning and real-world career opportunities. Another successful initiative was this year's Chef's Corner. Throughout the year, Executive Chef Luis Nido and our culinary team introduced students to unique menu items and interactive food experiences. One of the most popular events featured sushi bowls and our sushi roll demonstrations, allowing students to learn about different cuisines while trying new flavors and ingredients. When we did do our sushi roll at Nogales High School, we made over 200 sushi rolls. Chef's Corner continues to encourage culinary exploration while increasing student engagement and participation in our meal programs. We are especially proud of our success of our Future Chef program this year. This competition encourages elementary students to showcase their creativity through healthy recipe development. We had outstanding participation from students across the district. This year's winners were 4th place, Javier Rosas Perez Abreu from Challenger Elementary. 3rd place, Isaías Mendoza from Lincoln Elementary. 2nd place was Iker Vizcarra from Mary Welty Elementary. And our 1st place winner was Mia Baños from AJ Mitchell with her recipe, the Tropical Shrimp Cocktail. Mia's achievement extended beyond our district competition. In recognition of her accomplishment, she received a special recognition from the Arizona House of Representatives for winning the Future Chefs Challenge at NUSD. We are incredibly proud of Mia for representing Nogales Unified School District and demonstrating the talent and creativity of our students. I'd also like to extend a special thank you to our judges who generously volunteered their time and expertise to make this event a success. Ms. Lisette Jimenez, Finance Director, Ms. Sandy Alcantar, Food Service Specialist, Mr. Oscar Islas, Director of Support Services, and Isaac Verdugo, a former Nogales High School culinary arts student who is currently attending Scottsdale Culinary Institute. Their support, encouragement, and thoughtful evaluation help create a memorable experience for our student participants. We'd like to congratulate all our future chef competitors and thank everyone for helping us make this event possible. As part of our graduation celebrations, our team hosted senior breakfast events for both Nogales High School and Pearson High School. These events provided an opportunity to celebrate graduating seniors and recognize their accomplishments before commencement ceremonies. Our staff worked very hard to create a memorable experience that reflected the importance of this milestone in our students' lives. As we transition into summer, we're excited to once again provide meals to children throughout the community through the summer feeding program. This year, the program includes a combination of congregate and non-congregate meal service models. Non-congregate sites allow parents or legal guardians to pick up multiple days of meals, while congregate sites provide daily meals that congregate consume on site. We also have incorporated weekend meal distribution at school sites to further support families during the summer months. Our goal is to reduce barriers to meal access and ensure that children continue to receive nutritious meals when school is not in session. Before concluding, I'd like to take a moment to recognize and honor one of our valuable team members, Olivia Garcia. Olivia was a dedicated member of our food service family, whose kindness, work ethic, and commitment touched the lives of many students and colleagues. She will be deeply missed, and we're grateful for the impact she made during her time with us. Our thoughts remain with her family and loved ones. In closing, we'd like to thank our food service staff, district leadership, school administrators, teachers, and community partners for their continued support throughout the year. Together, we served more than 1.2 million meals, expanded student engagement opportunities, celebrated student achievement, and prepared for another successful summer feeding season. Thank you for your time, and I'd be happy to answer any questions the board may have.
Any questions from the board members?
Madam Chair, some comments,
Yes, you may.
if I may.
Yes.
Thank you for the report, Ms. Miranda. It was very complete and very thorough. I'm very pleased with your services, and I'm sure that the entire district is. I hear nothing but good comments throughout the year with the food. As a matter of fact, we normally have some food here at the end of our meeting.
Yes.
And that's from your area. And
Yes.
never hear any complaints.
Good.
This year, I'm looking forward to the county meeting that we're going to be having. I think that Mr. Miranda has agreed to the site. Is that correct?
I'm not sure. He's probably hearing it now and thinking, yeah, surprise, I've agreed to that.
Well, and it was so successful last time. And everyone that came down was very pleased to have it there. Well, at least it's out of the bag. We're not going to put you on the spot, Mr. Miranda, but I'm looking forward to going there. And everyone was very pleased with the food services.
Oh, yeah,
Not only the food, but the service.
yeah.
Everybody was so friendly. I mean, it was first class all the way. So we're very pleased with that. Just a minor thing, just for you to think about, and that would be the Culinary Institute. I didn't see any of the board members there or president, and it would be nice that, even the president or someone can attend. Just,
Yes.
I think it would be fantastic.
Yes.
Because first of all, it's a fantastic event.
Mhm.
and you do a tremendous job with it. But
That's
I
nice.
think I hope I have permission from the board to bring it up.
We will.
Where some of us, I think, somewhere along the line, we were just a little tad hurt about not being asked, but now you have it in mind,
Okay.
that I think that we would like to attend that
Mm-hmm.
as well,
Invite the whole board.
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
As,
We will
as
add it
well,
on their
you know,
calendar.
we just want to be part of it. And here's the thing, that we really are very respectful with all the schools. And it seems like we have the green light to go anytime into your areas, and we're very careful not to do that. We do inform the superintendent. We talk among ourselves that it would be nice, but it's always nice when we get those invitations from a lot of you. But I know that for breakfast, especially in my early years as a board member, I remember receiving an invitation from Wade Carpenter Middle School for their Student of the Month. And I recall them being consistent with that invitation, whether we showed up or not. But it's always nice to get that invitation to go into your areas. I think it's just a courtesy. Anyway, I loved your report, and I love supporting you, as well as the rest of the board. And thank you very much. Thank you. That will conclude, Madam Chair.
All right, thank you, Mr. Rojas. Mr. Lopez?
Well, thank you for your update, on everything that's gone on this year. I hope this, that we're signing on that everything goes well this year, and we're, enjoy the food all the time. I wanted just to point out because it wasn't stated in your presentation, that everyone called her Oli. And
Yes.
so so I've known Oli for about 20, 25 years. I know she's worked in about 6 different spaces, right?
Yes.
At
Yeah.
least. And I'm really happy to have her brought up and, her honored by you. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Lopez, and I would like to express my condolences to your staff and to her family members, so please let them know.
Yes, will do.
She will be greatly missed.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, action item number 9, letter A, policy IKE-RA, promotion and retention of student grades K-5, promotion and retention guidelines. I'll entertain a motion regarding the retention appeal.
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
I move that we uphold the decision that was given to us by the school principal, Mr. Miranda.
I second.
Okay, so we have a motion and we have a second. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Any opposed signify by saying nay. The motion passes by a vote of 3-0. The retention decision is officially affirmed. The parties will receive written notice of this final decision with 3 to 5 business days. Item 9, letter B, approval of textbook adoptions, grades 9 to 12 physics. RFP award to McGraw-Hill. Superintendent Canto?
Yes, ma'am, thank you. While Ms. Bonias prepares, I just want to mention that, yes, as we discussed prior to the meeting, we do have a new textbook for physics. This is an introductory class, not the AP class, that we would like to have the board adopt to afford our students the opportunity to have the introductory course to better prepare them for AP. So at this point, I'm going to turn things over to Assistant Superintendent Bonias.
Thank you, Superintendent. Good afternoon. We would like to thank the committee that assisted us with the textbook adoption. We are bringing back the physics course that once many moons ago did exist, with Mr. Chanyal getting the award from Helios and many teachers who have been awarded from Helios. We felt that having an introductory physics class, that the superintendent spearheaded this, would be really great for our students. That way, once they take the course, then they have that background for the AP Physics course. And so we would like to thank our committee who was that was led by our procurement specialist, as well as with myself, Ms. Travers, the principal, Ms. Monjan, the Nogales High School Science Department head, Mr. Roderick, and then Mr. Shanyalda. So we would like to thank them for their time. The RFP did open in February, and we've met 3 times. It was a public meeting. We posted the 3 vendors that we received through the RFP process. They are outside still, although the date was earlier, the 1st of June. And so we did meet, we reviewed all of the materials that were posted. We shared via the school websites as well as our social media. We did not receive any public comment within the 60 days that by statute are mandatory to be posted and shared, which is always great because that shows, bless you, shows the trust that the community has for us, as well as the expertise of our teachers and our school administrators. So tonight I ask you for your approval, and we are very excited to have this class beginning August of 2026.
Okay, thank you. Okay, I'll entertain a motion.
So moved, Madam President.
Okay, any discussion? Questions? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed signify by saying nay. The ayes have it, and we have approved the textbook adoption. Thank you, Superintendent Bonillas. Item 9, letter C, recommendation for pay increase for school year 2026-2027. Superintendent Canto?
Yes, ma'am. The district met with our interest-based negotiations committee on June 3rd, 2026, so we could, for the purpose of discussing employee compensation for the upcoming school year. As we've been doing, we were facilitated by the Federal Mediation and Conciliation Services under the direction of Herman Brown this year, with assistance from one of his colleagues, Mr. Olson, who is also there to help us reach consensus on the item that we're bringing for you today. Before I speak to that item, I just want to say a thank you to our team that participated, Mr. Omar Valencia, Ms. Vanessa Garcia, Ms. Penny Monguia, Ms. Tanya Cooksey. With us today, Jose Valenzuela and Delia Poe, who's also with us. Thank you to the administrators, Ms. Maribel Silva, who's here, and Mr. Chris Miranda, who is also here, as well as Ms. Bonillas. And then special thanks for all of their calculation help with the various options we considered and discussed to Ms. Jimenez, Ms. Sandra Jimenez, and Ms. Myra Garcia, who are not part of our consensus group, but clearly critical for all of the number of options that we came up with and helping us work numbers for those. So thank you to everyone for their help. And what the team came to consensus on and is recommending to you today for the 26-27 school year is an increase that's provided to all NUSD staff in the flat amount of $2,300. For the certified professional staff, there is $1,850 that will come to the base salary from the classroom site fund, and an additional $450 from M&O and grants. For all other staff members, the $2,300 will come from M&O primarily, and the salary schedule for these groups will reflect an increase for $450 for the teacher portion that comes outside of classroom site fund, and the professional staff as well. And classified, it works a little bit differently, so there is a table that we've included in this item that helps make it clearer how this $2,300 would be distributed to classified staff. What it does is increase the hourly pay that they receive. It does vary depending upon whether they're a 10-month employee or a 12-month employee, 6.5 hours to 8.5 hours. So you see a distribution there in the item presented to you based upon what their wage notice is. And so the total cost of this increase is $580,900 from classroom site fund monies, and another $734 from M&O and grants, for a total of $1.37 million, not including employee-related expenses. So the administrative recommendation is that the governing board approve the pay increase for FY27 as presented and recommended by the IBN committee.
Thank you, Superintendent Canto. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved, Madam President.
I have a motion and I have a second. Any discussions? Seeing that there's none, and all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed signify by saying nay. The motion passes for recommendation for pay increase for school year 2026-2027. Item 9, letter D, approval of the FY 2027 proposed school district annual expenditure budget. Superintendent Canto.
Yes, ma'am. As Ms. Jimenez presented to you, part of our responsibility is not just to present it to you, but then ask for your formal approval of the budget that's presented to you so that then we can move forward into July. And we're required to upload this as well statutorily from ARS 15905. So the administrative recommendation is that the governing board approve this FY 2027 proposed school district annual expenditure budget.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing that there's none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed signify by saying nay. The approval passes. The ayes have it. And item number 10, request for future agenda items. Mr. Rojas?
I have none, Madam Chair.
Yes, go ahead.
No, I
Oh,
have
you
none.
don't, I'm sorry. It's Monday, excuse me. Mr. Lopez?
I have none, thank you.
All right, thank you, and I have none as well. And now, item number 11, adjournment. I'll entertain a motion.
So moved.
Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Any opposed signify by saying nay. And the meeting is adjourned.
Thank you. And then I think we're adjourning to taste some of the delicious things across the hall that Chef has prepared for you. I think you're going to be invited to adjourn across the hall to see some of the delicious things that Chef has prepared for you.
Oh, really?
Chef Luis has goodies prepared for you across the hall.
Oh, really?